Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. Today we're doing a Let's Play and very early impressions for Wisdom Watcher VR, a game that was released out of early access yesterday, December 12th, 2023, on the Steam store. It normally retails for $15. It's on a release sale 15% off. I received a free Steam key through the Steam Creator Connect program to review this game, and I'm testing it out on the Meta Quest 2 using link cable. Let's go ahead and let's click OK. Let's go ahead and play. Now, this is, I guess I would call it a roguelite arena fighter, arena shooter. And it says to take out my... Now, I am playing standing, but I do feel like I'm too low to the ground. I'm not sure why. I had played seated earlier, and I thought that maybe because I was playing seated, I was too low to the ground. But I decided to play standing because there's some melee involved and you have to do some swings of the sword. And so I wanted to give this game a fair shot by playing standing. Okay, I hear sound. By the way, this is the tutorial. All right. I believe that's it. Okay. Spicy. Okay. Now, I will say that I couldn't finish the tutorial yesterday. It bugged out on me. One of the enemies landed out of bounds. And because I couldn't kill that enemy since the enemy landed out of bounds, it bugged out the tutorial. Now, I don't know how often that happens, but that happened on my first playthrough of the tutorial. At this point, I don't know if any of my progress was saved or not. The game just automatically started me on the tutorial again. Who said that only swords will do the work? Check on your bag. Grab melee weapons again. Okay. Let's just use this one. I don't really like the combat. It just feels clunky. Now, keep in mind this is the tutorial, so you know it does get more dynamic than this. You know, there's more difficulty than this, but just the melee swings don't feel impactful. Sometimes it feels like you know. It just doesn't have the immersion that it should, you know. It doesn't have the haptic feedback that it should. What's going on? What's happening? Are there any enemies I missed? Hello? There's an enemy back there that's not coming towards me. Can I go back there? So I would call this a bug. The enemy is just stuck. I'm a little scared because oh no, this might be bugged. So like I said, the first time I played the tutorial, the game was bugged. Yeah, look how it's totally bugged right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to see if I can melee him. Okay, so I bullets did not work, but the melee did. Okay, finally we were able to get it. Okay. So the first time I played, it was totally bugged. One of the enemies went behind that after I hit it with a melee swing, and I wasn't able to reach it with my melee, and I wasn't able to shoot it either, so I just couldn't progress. We'll see what happens. So yeah, you do have full locomotion, smooth and snap turning, and arm swing locomotions available. So you have either full locomotion, smooth locomotion, smooth and snap turning. Actually, I'm not sure. Is snap turning available? I might have just assumed that. So I do like this weapon. So far, this has been the most fun weapon. But you notice how it phases through the enemy? I don't know if you noticed that. Yeah, it's not hitting this one for whatever reason. What's going on? Why is it not hitting? Why is this guy not being hit? So this happened during my first playthrough of the tutorial as well, where there was one enemy that just couldn't be hit. Okay, so let's try something else. Where is he? Where is he? Did he die? Okay. And again, same thing. There's an enemy bugged. So I know this game is in early access, and you should expect some bugs, but when even the tutorial is not playable because of bugs, I mean, I don't care that it's in early access. That's just unacceptable. That's not something that me as a reviewer I'm going to forgive. Okay. So far, we haven't had a game-breaking bug, though. Like I said, the first time I played the tutorial, I had a game-breaking bug where I just couldn't harm the enemies at all. But yeah, I would say combat. I mean, again, this is the tutorial, so there's not a whole lot of challenge or difficulty in the actual game. There's enemies with projectiles and stuff, so it's a little bit more challenging. But you see how basic the melee combat is. I mean, this was fine for 2017 VR, but now in 2023, I think we expect better combat than this. The melee okay. I can't go in there. Yeah, I cannot go in there, so I better be able to shoot it. Oh. What's going on? Oh. Okay. Is it over? What is this? Is this just endless? Okay, it seems like it's not endless. It seems like it's just a very long tutorial. So the tutorial started out fine. I mean, I don't really like when they just do a bunch of signposts with a bunch of text to read that tells you stuff. It just seems like ugly UI. And as you see, my shots are going through enemies. I don't know why. Is this intended or is this a bug? At this point, I don't know if this is a bug or a feature. I assume it's a bug, but I'm not 100% positive on that. But it feels like it's a bug. Yeah, my guns are not doing anything. So let's get out the melee. And you saw how I pushed one of the enemies and it phased through another one. I mean, this tutorial has many issues. So like I said, this is very early impressions. And when I first played the tutorial, I faced a game-breaking bug where I just couldn't even progress anymore. At least this time, I'm still able to kill the enemies. But, okay, finally. Oh, I have bad news for you. Okay. Okay, well. Alright. So, it seems this time I was able to actually complete the tutorial. I wasn't able to beat it my first time. So like I said, the first time I played through that, I faced a game-breaking bug. Howdy, newbie. Dying can be intense. I get it, but let me show you the ropes on how to avoid it. Come over to the card counter and I'll fill you in. Okay. So I wasn't able to see this part of the tutorial before because it bugged out. First things first, let's unlock 2 cards. After each concluded battle, all the souls of fallen enemies will be converted into energy to empower you. Call it whatever you like. Tama, dollars, souls, Carl. I prefer you keep it simple and just call them points. I'll cover the cost, unlock the first 2 cards. So I actually skipped the tutorial because, like I said, it bugged out on me. And I got to this part already, but this time when I started the game, it started the tutorial all over again, so I don't think it saved my progress. And I'm sorry, I just ate, so... Okay. Okay. You know what? I actually don't want this. I want this. No. Okay, there we go. I think that's... Okay, so what do we do now? What? Did I miss something? Okay. Huh? Pick 5 cards of the one you just got. How? What do you mean? Huh? Did anyone understand that? It's a pick 5. Okay. The cards will give you some serious power-ups and allow you to set up traps and defenses. Here's the drill. Pick the cards and lay them out on the table. Get 5 copies of each of the 2 cards we just unlocked. You'll find the menu for this on the left. The menu for this on the left? What do you mean? Like, I'm confused. You'll see the menu for this on the left. What? Oh, okay. I got it. Okay, I understand. Okay, buy. Okay. 2, 3. Okay. One. Okay, I want to buy one of these. Okay, and which table though? This table? I don't get it. Do I put the table? What? Does anybody know how to do this? Like, I don't know. Okay, let me do this differently. Let me. Okay. Do we now do this now, or how? How? Uh-huh. Do I put this here, or how? So far the tutorial is just beating me right now. Pick the cards and lay them out on the table. I have tried that. You'll find the menu for this on the left. Okay, so it must mean, okay, maybe like this, maybe like this. Where on the table, like this? Well, keep in mind I am playing standing, so let me look. Is there like a menu that I missed? Settings, okay. Settings. Smooth rotation, smoother snap turning. I was right. Okay, yeah. How do you? I think the tutorial is bugged. I don't know. I don't know what it wants me to do. Yes, I am trying to lay them out on the table. Yes, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. I mean, I don't know what you want me to do. I'm doing it. I'm laying the cards out on the table. Should I? Okay, I'm gonna spend all the money. Press one of the two thumbsticks and grab a card and slot it in its place. Oh, okay, okay. Okay. However, you hand over the unlocked locations to select them. Once you've ready, let's head back to the training ground. The Coliseum is where the real action goes down. Okay. Play. So far, I have not liked the tutorial. It was very unclear on what to do. This is what happens when you put a block of text, and the block of text is not clear enough. I had to experiment with a whole lot of different things before it finally worked. I don't believe it was clear. I don't think it was a user error. I think it's a game development error where they just assume that they wrote it clear enough when they didn't. No, anyways, here we are, the good old Coliseum. I see you made some changes around here, you see? To proceed, press the thumbsticks to access the inventory and select the first card. Once you have the card, use it to place another barricade. Then repeat the process with the other to summon a explosive barrel. Okay. So here we go. We put it here, I guess? Wait, why didn't that work? Okay. Okay. Guns and pistols are a safe way to fight, but not always the best option. In close quarter situations, melee weapons can indeed be more effective. I granted you a sword to draw it, reach behind your back, just as you do with the guns. Inside the Coliseum, construction is cost-free, but venturing into the real world requires energy for building. For now, go get them, Tiger. So like I said, this is like an arena fighter combat game. It is a roguelite. And you have to do like hard, long swings to do damage. But it just doesn't feel satisfying. This is not satisfying. You know, when you do a roguelite combat game and the combat doesn't feel satisfying, then I think your game has failed. Because the combat has to feel good. About the only thing right is that I don't think you can wiggle your sword. I think if you just wiggle your sword, you won't do any damage. But unfortunately, just wiggling your sword, I don't think is enough. I mean, there's almost nothing to this combat so far. Now, maybe later on it gets more complicated and more challenging, or with actually some strategy. But right now, there's no strategy. It's just move and swing hard. Is basically the strategy so far. Okay, all right. I was wondering if that would work. So at least there was something. Okay, what happened? Okay. Now that was something. I want to give you some more infos before tossing you into hell. Get here near the weapon wall. Okay. What? Okay, right here. Okay. As you can see, not all the weapons are unlocked. Much like the cards, you can gradually unlock various weapons here on the right. Now, why don't you buy yourself a sword? Okay. Okay, unlock. Okay, unlock next weapon. Okay, what's supposed to happen now? I'm confused. Okay, all right. Gameplay. Versatile and powerful. Wield it with two hands to unleash what better weapon to massacre your enemies. that does sound dull. A mere clunk of metal won't cut it. Let's spice this up. Grab this sword and place it on the work table there on the right. You can use the pointer in the Colosseum to upgrade it. Let's add some flair to the metal bar. So you see, even before I got that text, floating text, I had to figure out to put the sword on there. And then later I got the text box telling me to do that. But I didn't know that before I got the text box. So again, there's a problem with the tutorial. Where the sun doesn't shine. Now to equip it, put it behind your back. Okay. Okay, that's pretty. Now grab the sword from your back, but remember to weapon like that reminds two hands to make more damage. Wield it with both hands. Okay. Okay, talking about Banner regen, it uses a. If you grab it with both hands and press trigger, it has a special power. Select the Hell's Gate Arena. Okay, let's play. Okay. So far, I have to be honest. I don't really like this game. Wait, there's no cards? I don't have any cards at all? What? What happened to the 2 cards that I unlocked on the tutorial? What the? So what? I guess we can skip. We don't have anything to do without cards. So I am taking damage, or I did take damage. And as you see, there's a different type of enemy here that's shooting stuff at me. And I did take some damage. And I don't know what this stuff does. I need to get a health pot if I can find one. I don't know what that does. I didn't use any mana, so I guess I can't use it. How do I use... Wait, I don't know how to use points. And they're like... Is there like a... Where's the table? Okay, I guess we're screwed because we're about to die. Which is common. You know, this is a roguelite, so obviously you start very weak. Your weapons don't do much damage. So, you know, this is common in roguelite, so I'm not going to get too upset about that. We already lost? Oh, man. Okay, that happened a little bit faster than I thought would happen. Okay, so that didn't go all too well for us. Unfortunately, our swings weren't doing much damage. Again, we need to upgrade our sword, get better weapons, yada yada, play better. And I really just had no idea what happened to the cards. Okay, let's just go to the hub for now. So anyways, that's my Let's Play, very early impressions for this game. Honestly, my early impressions are pretty bad. The tutorial was bugged. Like I said, the first time I played this game, the tutorial was totally bugged. Like, it was broken. I couldn't get past it because, like I said, there was an enemy that got behind a place where I could reach it with my melee weapon, and my shooting would not affect it in any ways. You saw a couple of bugs during the tutorial. I would say, although not game breaking, they were pretty high. You saw enemies that my guns weren't doing any damage to, and they were like behind stuff. I had to go follow them. They were doing strange animations. They were running in place. They were, phasing through walls, doing all kinds of funny stuff. I was able to get through the tutorial, but not without looking at several bugs. And again, I know this game is in early access, but if your tutorial is bugged in early access, I would say you shouldn't release your game in early access because it's not ready for prime time. It's not ready to go on sale because you're charging people money for a game. The game should function at least to a minimum level where somebody can play it and still enjoy it, even if they face certain bugs. That's not the case with this game. I was facing several bugs throughout. The combat, not satisfying. It felt very dated. It looks like there might be a fun core gameplay loop. Like I said, this is a roguelite. Obviously, we start off very weak weapons. It seemed like there was at least some variety to the enemies, and obviously we didn't get very far, so we didn't get to see a whole lot of that variety. But I do like that. I do like that. It is. Although the combat seems simple, it seems like it might be dynamic with the different enemies and stuff, and it can be pretty challenging and difficult. But when the core combat just isn't satisfying, it kind of just blows the whole thing up. So the combat needs to feel better. It needs to be more impactful. It needs to be more immersive. Right now it just feels very dated. Anyways, my early impressions, I cannot recommend this game. I think it needs more time in the oven. I wish these developers good luck. I think they have maybe a good game in the future that can be recommendable in the future. But for right now, I cannot recommend it in the current state that it's in. If I have to rate it right now as is, I would give it a 4 out of 10. I think it needs work. I think it needs lots of updates in early access before I could recommend this. But otherwise, it's promising. It does have promise. It does have potential. And this is a game to keep your eye on. So I would say don't buy it, but maybe put it on your wish list. Look to see what people are saying about it. Look for the updates, and just keep your eye on it. Maybe it'll be good in the future. Anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. This has been my Let's Play Early Impressions. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a wonderful day. Goodbye.